Hello, everyone. In this video, we will look at method abstraction and stepwise refinement. We use method abstraction and stepwise refinement to develop large program. The key to developing software is to apply the concept of abstraction. You will learn many levels of abstraction from this book. Method abstraction is achieved by separating the use of a method from its implementation. The client can use a method without knowing how it is implemented. The details of the implementation are encapsulated in the method and hidden from the client. This is also known as information hiding or encapsulation. If you decide to change the implementation, the client program will not be affected, provided that you do not change the method signature. The implementation of the method is hidden from the client in a black box. Look at this diagram here. This is the method header. And this is how you use the method, the optional argument for input, the optional return value, and the body of the method and the detailed implementation is in the black box. You have used many methods to write your programs like system.out.print. You do not have to know the details how the methods are implemented. The concept of the method abstraction can be applied to the process of developing programs. When writing a large program, you can use the divide and conquer strategy, also known as stepwise refinement, to decompose it into subproblems. The subproblems can be further decomposed into smaller, more manageable problems. We will use example to demonstrate it in this section. Here's the example. We're going to write a program that prompts user to enter the year and a month. The program displays the calendar for the months in the year. For example, the user enters the year 2014. This is the month is 12, so it displays December 2014, the calendar for the month. How do you write this program? We're going to design it using the top-down design from the top and going to fill in the details and design it. And then we're going to implement each module in the design. So we're going to design it for this program here. You have to get the input, read input. And now after that, you're going to print the month. Now further, how do you read input? That's really simple. You just prompt the user to enter the year and a month. And then how do you print the month? You need to print the month title and then month body. Now for the month title, you just have to get the numeric from the numeric month like a 12 and to the month name December. So this is the print the get month name. In order to print the month body, you need to know what the start date for the month. So here is the March 1st in January, March 1st in 2014. So what is March 1st, the first day of the month? Whether it's like Tuesday or Thursday. So this is the start date. And the number of days in a month. 30 days or 31 days, or it's a leap year, or non-leap year. So this is all we need to get the number of days in a month. Now, to get the start date, we need to get the total number of days. So the total number of days here is this. We need to have this some way to find the start date, and so what we do is this. There's several ways you can do. So in this book right here, we're going to first assume that we know the start date for January 1st, 1800 was a Wednesday. So that start date, it's Wednesday is 3. So that is from this start date, then we can derive all the other start date afterwards. We're going to use that information here. So we're going to get the total number of days. And so let's see, we're going to get the March 1st. This is 2014. And then the start date, it's how many days, total days. And from January 1st, 1800 to March 1st, 2014. So this is get the total number of days. And in order to get this total number of days, we need to get the number of days in each month. And then we need to know whether this is a leap year or not. So this is to get the total number of days. So now overall, we're going to break this entire problem into this many modules. Here is print calendar, here's read input and print month. And print month, you're going to print month title. And print month title, you need to get month name. Print month body, you need to get this start day. In order to get a start day, we need to get the total number of days. And in order to get total number of days, we get the number of days in the month. And we need to have a way to find it is the year as leap year. So all of this, now it's right here, it's overall design. And so now we can implement it. And we can implement one module at a time. Each module now corresponds to a method. So we can use either top-down or bottom-up implementation. Top-down is starting from the top. So the things you don't know yet, you can use stubs. Stubs is something's waiting to be implemented. The bottom up is starting from the bottom. So let's just implement it as leap year, and then we can implement to get number of days, and we can implement to get the number of days. So this is get the start day and print the month body, or this going up. And let's use top-down approach here is we're going to implement this. So for simple things like a read input, you don't have to use a method. You can just absorb it in this main method here. Is in the main method, we're going to prompt the user for the input. And now we have this print month. For print month, we don't know the detail yet. So we put a stub like this, just say, hey, we're going to print this year and month. And we're going to fill in the detail later. So we can put all this stubs in the program now, all these methods. And now we're going to implement it one at a time and test after we finish one. So this is incremental implementation and increment testing, and to finish this. So this is all the implementation details and how do you get to check if a year is leap year. So, and all this is completed in this program now. Now, this is the benefits of stepwise refinement. You break the large problem into smaller, manageable subproblems. Each subproblem can be implemented using a method. This approach makes the program easier to write, reuse, debug, test, modify, and maintain. Simple programs. And so you write this program is long. Rather than writing a long sequence of statements in one method, stepwise Stepwise refinement breaks it into smaller methods. This simplifies the program and makes the whole program easier to read and understand. So the simpler program now achieved. Reusing methods. So now you have a lot of methods you can reuse is leap year, get total number of days, and get the number of days in a month, and that can be shared among other methods. Easier debugging, and testing. So since each subproblem is solved in a method can be developed, debugged, and tested individually. This isolates the errors and makes developing, debugging, and testing easier. Better facilitating teamwork. When a large problem is divided into subproblems can be assigned to different programmers. This makes it easier for programs to work in a team. That is all for this section on method, abstraction, and stepwise refinement. See you on the next chapter.